I keep seeing people respond to this Tim Hortons situation by saying, what if that was your grandma? Well, my grandma on my mom's side would just simply never go to that Tim Hortons again and then tell everyone, oh, don't go there. They're so unprofessional. They're rude, whatever. And then my grandma on my dad's side, she would still not talk that way to a customer service worker. Actually, she would never talk that way to a stranger. She reserved that type of rude behavior to like our own family. But as with any incident, people usually look at the incident and take sides based on the evidence that they see and possibly also their feelings about the situation. Well, you can see the entire security footage, right? If you go online, you can see it unedited. So none of it's cropped out, none of it has like sound effects, none of it is edited or altered in any way, so it can't be swayed one way or the other. It looks like she was getting into it with that 17-year-old employee because she was not happy with her order. She came in from the drive-thru and she's like, my order was wrong. They're going back and forth, and then you see the approach of the shift lead, and the shift lead gets between Miss Grayson and the underage employee. And before either parties touched each other, you can see that the shift lead was pointing towards the door, telling Anita Grayson to leave. And you can see that Miss Grayson was like pointing like this, trying to like reach her hand over the shift lead to like continue to point closer and inch forward towards the employee from the beginning of the altercation. It was at this point where the shift lead and Miss Grayson had made contact, and that's when the altercation ensued. And unfortunately, due to her heart condition and her advanced age, this was a little bit too much for Miss Grayson to bear. So shortly afterwards, she stopped moving and was no longer with us. Now, this incident happened in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I live here in Florida, and we kind of have the same thing where older people feel like they can talk to customer service employees any type of way they feel like. And a lot of times when they come with a problem, they don't even want a resolution to the problem. They just want to be angry. For example, like a restaurant, they'll be like, oh, you got my order wrong. And like, oh, we'll remake it for you. And they're like, no, let me yell. And no matter what solution you offer them, it's just not good enough. They just want the smoke. And you were the first one to give them that opportunity to behave that way that day. So I do not believe that Miss Grayson deserved to lose her life, but I also do not believe that the employees of Tim Hortons intended to cause her any harm. They were trying to de-escalate the situation, and she just wasn't having it.